Sri Bhagavan in Niyama explained to Uddhava he specified on austerity, which we explained in the last class, which is known as tapaha. Japa, tapa. Tapasya is penance. Tapasya takes you to that determination to reach that satyavastha, truth, without feeling of any loss or grief, with an absolute ananda bhava, with an absolute peaceful status, you will be in a position to travel towards the truth, which is the self, which is the Atman, which is the Paramatman, which is the Parabrahman, through the process of the wonderful penance, brahmacharya, tapasya. That tapasya, Bhagavan said, that penance one has to undergo to achieve that great truth of the universe, and the only truth for which every jivatma is struggling, straining, taking birth number of times, going through all the pitch dark spaces, groping for the light. In tapasya, he shows the light. One finds the path towards that light, and he is able to come out of that darkness, which is again the ajnana, avidya, executing karmas, doing things without knowing whether it is right or wrong, whether it is good or bad, whether it is necessary or not. But in dark, how a person moves in dark, just with an expectation to reach the light, thinking that one is going in the right path, but we don't know. One cannot see, one cannot identify, one cannot know, and is engulfed in that absolute pitch darkness, groping for light, praying for light, and he moves, but unless Buddha Buddhi, a man who doesn't understand this, he gets involved with the maya of the darkness. He gets engulfed in that darkness. He thinks the darkness is that everything. And he thinks in that darkness he can do everything, so that nobody knows. And in that darkness he thinks he is most powerful, because he is not seeing the greater power. So he thinks in that darkness he is the most powerful, and he executes things as he is the most powerful. Swimming and dipping and struggling, crawling in the darkness, unless he identifies the truth unless he gets the approach of a right path towards that brightness, towards that light, towards the truth, he will not be in a position to understand how horrible, how treacherous, how pitiful it was the darkness he was in some time back. This realization begins from the time when he starts his tapasya, when he starts his penance, when he starts not identifying that loss of darkness. When he sees the brightness, no one feels the loss of darkness, do you? The ananda, happiness comes, realization comes. Is that importance of austerity? Is that importance of penance? Is that importance of tapasya, in which one renounces all that maya of the darkness, which is absolutely fake, false, which is absolutely useless, which is absolutely treacherous. Is that what austerity is? Is that what tapa is? Hey, Uddhava, make the people understand that tapasya is the path towards me, Bhagavan. Me in the sense here, Bhagavan. Tapasya in the sense, it is not only sitting in a corner and visualizing or imagining about that light. When you sit inside the darkness, in a dark room, and think of brightness, will you get brightness? You will not. You'll have to strive for it. You have to look for the lamp. You have to look for the flame. You have to look for that light. And you should know how to do that path. First thing is that detach yourself from the darkness. That's why we close our eyes, so that we are not in the darkness of externalities, but we can remain in the darkness of internalities. And in that internality, remaining in the dark for some time, the renunciation of external influence of the darkness goes away, automatically inside the glow of brightness appear by itself. It's the benefit of tapasya. Bhagavan said, Hey Uddhava, this is the truth. This one likes it or not, one does it or not. All other things are false. In the darkness, as today we are seeing, the capabilities, the improvements, the claim of anything that innovations, inventions, they're all the play of Maya. Is what he said. It's all for the Sharira and Mana. They are all meant for Sharira and Mana. Like we in the darkness, we look for the pleasures of Sharira and Mana only. Only in the brightness we get the jnana of the universe, of the truth, of everything. Is what Tapa, Bhagavan said. Further, Bhagavan continues with his explanation on Shaucham Japastapo Homaha. In Homam, we have explained about Homam earlier also. Everything has been explained, but still. Offering of oblations in the sacred fire, he said. Each word is important. Offering. It's not giving. It's not throwing. It's not giving as dhanam. But it is offering. An offering is done. An offer. What is an offer? In English, you see, here it is homaha. In Sanskrit it is homaha. Homam means submitting something in order to remove from its existence in a holy manner. Why in a holy manner? Because of that removal in the Agni, that offering, offer means what? Offering. Offering is not just giving. Offering is that, let's say giving, offering is that presenting for the purpose of, for what? Why is it being offered? It is offered. I'm stopping here for a while just to explain the example. I offer you a job. Is it not? I offer you this facility. What does it mean? That means I offer you this job to be executed by you. I am offering this job for which I give you a remuneration. That's a different thing. I offer you, is that what we say? An offering. Is that what he said? For that also we are telling offering. That's why I decided to choose that word so that you will understand it better. What is offering? A job. When I offer a job, that job which I am supposed to do or which I have to do in one way or other, but I am offering it to you so that it should be honestly and diligently executed, so that I am not affected adversely. Not only I am not affected adversely because of the job that I am offering you and you are executing, and that should not be affecting anybody in the universe adversely. It should bring benefit to me as I thought, not as you think. No? Is why I am offering that job. Is it not? When I offer somebody a job, he is not according to his own whims and fancy. He is not supposed to do it. He will do it according to my requirement. Is why I am offering that to him. Is it? Yeah, right. Yes, same way. When an offering is done, I am submitting this in order to eliminate. Why one is doing that job? To finish that karma of mine. Not for giving another. I offered you a job. Please do this job. You come again. How to do it? Whether should I do it or not? Whether is it the right way of doing it? Suppose it goes wrong, what should I do? Suppose it goes right, what should I do? Now what should I do with this problem? What should I do with this problem? Then it doesn't become an offering. When it is offered, it has to be executed to the fullest satisfaction of the person who has offered the job. Otherwise, it's not you who is doing it. You are only following his instructions from step by step, which will not be. Then why he should offer you a job? He might as well do it himself, you see. If each and everything he has to give you a clarification. Okay, initially a discussion can take place. How generally it has to be done. This is the purpose, this is the purpose. Now, depending upon the situations, without damaging anything, he should be in a position to derive the result in a healthy manner. Is why this is known as an I offer you a job. Otherwise, he can say that I am employing you for this job. There are two things. An employment is only following for instruction. I employ you, you take that cup and keep it there, that's all. Whether it breaks or not is not your job. You have to take it and keep it. While keeping, you may break it. That's okay. I mean, inherent meaning. But if it is an offering, I am giving you a job to take the cup from there to there. You have to see it is taken out without any problem. It is clean and kept it in the right place so that it doesn't break. And while keeping, it should not break. And it should be safe even in future for the person to use it. These are the parameters you have to see how a cup is to be kept. Now somebody comes and says, should I take it from the left hand or right hand? Should I stand looking at the east and take it or west and take it? And while carrying it, should I lift it up or should I keep it down like this? Or while keeping it, should I keep it like this or like this? No. It's an employment. That's employment. So for each and everything, an explanation has to be given. That means it's as good as the man who is giving is doing it. For then an assistance is not required. If at all an assistance is taken, it's only for a physical help, like you are taking a screwdriver to tighten the screw. That's all. Nothing other than that. No. But if it is an offering, is why an offer has been provided. That means when I am offering, that means here is what? Offering of oblations. Offering. An offering is that which I am doing this to the Agni. Hey Agni. Here the matter changes. There it was an employer and employee. So that is a different thing. So I've just told you that for an example of offering. Why an offering word is used, for how healthy, how rightful it is when it is being conducted as a karma. So here in a homam, when an offering is done, samarpanam. Offering is what? It's a samarpanam. Here the offering is given for destroying it, for completely exhausting it. Exhaust it without having an adverse effect to me, without having an adverse effect to others, and also get rid of me from that. Get rid of me from that. Same way. Get rid of me from me that job, and you do it. Get rid of me the karma that I am having, with which I am suffering. I am offering this. Please destroy it. So that please burn it off completely, so that it doesn't adversely affect anyone. And this can be done only by Agni, is why the oblation is done only to Agni, because there is no reminiscence left. When in the Agni burning, when it is burning, nothing in the Agni leaves. Agni doesn't use it, Agni doesn't leave it, Agni destroys everything. Is why an offering is good. That means when you are offering, it has to be with the samarpana bhava. It is not for the benefit of the Agni you are doing it, because Agni is not taking it, Agni is finishing it. So an offering to the Agni is done not for the benefit of somebody else. It is not to your credit. I have offered so many, containers of ghee in the Agni Kunda. It's not a great credit to you. Okay. You have done it for what? For surrendering and submitting your own karma phalas into it, so that it can be burned and bring you virtues, gunas to you, karma phalas to you, to bring you, or the benefit of that, removing that karma phalas from you. When something which was attachment is there, when that attachment is removed, the benefit that you are deriving is the purpose why you are doing an offering. So when doing an offering, it has to be, and it is with kindness. It is not with that you are paying for it. You are not employing the Agni for that. You are not paying anything for that. You are not You cannot order, you are not supreme above the Agni, you are not above the Agni. So what you have to do? Hey Bhagavan, hey Agni, hey Agni Deva. That's why we call Agni as Agni Deva. Deva is that with the qualities. Hey Agni Deva, please accept these offerings. We have to beg. Is offering. That is the real word, meaning of offering. Hey Bhagavan, please accept this offering I am submitting to you. That means in totality, from the beginning of everything, from the beginning of the Homa, from the beginning of Samarpana, from the beginning of everything, Samarpana Bhava has to be there. And the great care, because nobody is, Agni is not your servant to release you from that. Agni is the great Bhagavan, because he has got great qualities. In order to take your unwanted karma phalas and burn it so that you get relieved of it, you get mukti from that, you get liberation from that, is why this offering is done. Therefore, it is known as offering. It's not giving, it is not pouring, it is not throwing, it's not doing things like that. So whenever we do an offering to the Agni, this should be the bhava in us. We should be as humble as that. And then really from the heart we have to pray and beg, hey Bhagavan, please accept this offering. Suppose Agni refuses to burn your offering, your karma phala, what happens? You continue suffering. Agni, who is not interested in any of those things, only interested in the absolute peace and harmony, the universal harmony, the Agni, not the fire. Yeah, even though we understand it as fire, it is poured in the fire. It is not the fire which is burning it, it is the Agni that is burning it. Fire is a sthula bhava of Agni. Okay? Agni is that the quality of the temperature and the capacity to melt anything and everything and vanishing is the subhava is called Agni. The fire is only the external form of it, that's all. No? You can make an artificial fire also without, with many colored paper and with a small compressed air. You blow it on that, it will look like an Agni only. You've seen in the movies, seen many places, no? You keep few those colored red and yellow from this paper and put air behind that. You'll keep on doing it from the far. It will look like Agni only. It doesn't have the quality of Agni. It cannot burn anything. It can only give you an impression of Agni. That's not Agni. So offering is done to that Agni Deva, Agni Devata, who has got the quality to absorb others' unwanted things and burn it and give you the benefit of the liberation. That's the reason why it is. It's why it is offering. And of oblations. Oblations, again, the meaning again is more or less whatever I have explained, it will come to oblation. Oblation is done. It's not to done anything for anything and everything. Oblation is done to the Agni only, because when it is given to the Agni, it is supposed to purify the rest of it, is why an oblation is done. Oblate. So oblation is done, so offering of the oblation. That which is offering, that which you are giving is an oblation. So everything is common there. Now everything is an oblation. You submit yourself is an oblation. It's a matter. That's all. You give Agni, you give ghee. I told you what are the importance or what are the meanings of using those dravyas, pancha dravyas. 5 dravyas we offer to the Agni. What are the meanings of them, which has been already explained. Why we are offering the milk, what is the significance of milk, what is the significance of the dhanyam, what is the significance of honey, what is the significance of the curd and ghee, and afterwards purification with the coconut water and things like that. These oblations we have already explained in detail some time back. Very well it is there when we explained about the meditation and tapasya. So, like the ghee is the ultimate result of all the karma phalas. So when I am offering the ghee, that means the ultimate result of kashta, dukkha, after having churned for a number of times, burned it, boiled it and things like that, and ultimately this has come. Nothing more can come from this. So hey Bhagavan, this is my karma phala through which I am offering is why a ghee has to be offered, or something equivalent to that. After number of churnings, a number of boiling, number of turnings, this comes, whatever comes out, that has to be oblated in place of ghee. Is there anything else? We could not find. So that's why in our country we found the easiest thing to find. I mean the available thing that can be found out was only the ghee, because that process took how many stages from the milk, from the butter, from melting, and then the ghee, and 3-4 stages it passes through. So that's why like that for each and every dravya I have explained in detail why we are offering them, and also coins, also dhanyam, dhanam, everything is there in that. Everything has to be, they are all oblations. Oblations are that representative submissions of the karma phalas are called the oblations. That only can be oblated. Oblation is not a physical act. An oblation is a mental act actually. But when we represent with something, we oblate that. We think that, okay, this. Sometimes we where the dhanam is not there, then pujari says, okay, take some pushpa and keep it and say that, imagine that, dhanam samarpayami, and then you give the pushpa. What is that? A status of mind. It's not actually the dhanam that is required, because if it is required by someone else, then only that what you are saying that has to be submitted in the matter. Here what happens? You are submitting for your benefit. You do not have dhanam, so in place of dhanam you take a pushpam and saying that dhanam samarpayami. Okay. Dhupam samarpayami, dravyam samarpayami, deepam samarpayami, kalabham samarpayami. All that can be done through a pushpa. That means representation. Oblation is that. Oblation is not a material submission. Oblation is a mental submission. Offering is a material submission or mental, both. It can be both. But oblation is a mental submission. What you are thinking about it. Why are you oblating that particular dravya? No, that is what is. So in milk what you are supposed to think. And in the water when you are pouring, what is to think. In the dhupam, deepam and the gandham, when you are submitting what you are supposed to. They are all connected with our own activities and our own karmas. So that we are submitting. That means ultimately by the time it finishes, all the panchadravyas are finished, and then ultimately the dhanyam and dhanam submits. When that is finished completely, I myself aham samarpayami, because without all this, neither the mana nor the sharira can sustain. So all the sustaining references, whatever is necessary, has been, I have already oblated to you. Now there is no necessity of sharira. So ultimately, they say that they will give you a flower and they will say that, fold your hands and then do this samarpana on that. That means Soyam samarpayami, Shariram samarpayami. Because after all this oblation, finally Yajaman is supposed to take the flower and oblate. Aham samarpayami. That means after all this samarpana, after the renunciation is over, what do I do with the Sharira and Mana? So samarpayami is the final one. This is how this, what is that? Homam. That's why the oblation means status of mind. submission, status of mind, not for, no, well, today of course we don't understand the meaning, so whatever Pujari chants the mantra, he tells you to repeat it and then put it, so we put it naturally, not our mistake. Well, the only mistake is that we have not learned it, that's the only mistake. Otherwise, no other mistake. Sacred fire, that is it. Homaha, so offering of oblations is the second word. Then, then he said, in the sacred fire. Where an oblation has to be done? In a sacred fire. What is a sacred fire? Is there a fire which is called unsacred fire? Agni. Agni is always sacred because it burns everything. So it is only sacred. Is it not? Absolutely right. Why he has specified about the sacred fire? In this language, of course. Homa, it is understood. Homa is Agni. Agni means understood, it's purifier. And it has to be given to the purifying authority. That's all. It's very clear. But here it has to be specified in this language as sacred fire. It's a holy fire. It's not unholiness. What is that unholy fire and holy fire? Are there two? No, there are no two. There's only one. What do you mean by that? Qualifying the fire with the sacredness has been mentioned because if the fire is burning a dead body, the fire is already engaged in destroying something. You see, in that you cannot do an oblation. Your Vala is not being removed. You understood what does it mean? So the fire has to be created fresh for your purpose, for the oblation. For each and every purpose, you have to create separate fire. Then only, so it's known as sacred fire. When the fire is ignited to burn the dead body, that was sacred fire. When the fire is burning the dead body, it is already engaged in an activity. Same way, when I am doing homa for a particular purpose, somebody else cannot come and do a homa in that for some other purpose. It's not possible. It's why the qualification of sacred has been mentioned. Otherwise, fire is sacred only. Let us not confuse ourselves by thinking there is an unholy fire or unsacred fire. It is not there. But you understood what I mean. So this is why for each and every purpose, the fire is ignited. Earlier days, it used to be ignited by the chanting of mantras automatically, or by rubbing stone and things like that. Today we have got facility, lighting a match and doing it. It can create a fire, no problem. And then oblate it. And to create a fire, there are there's so many things are there, so many. How to burn a homa kunda? Like for burning the dead body, sandalwood has to be used. And there are certain other particular trees, wood can be used for burning the dead body. You cannot use any wood. You cannot just cut something and then put it for burning. No, it's not to be done, of course. Same way in an Agni Kunda, there are 5 kinds of wood has been specified. Only those splinters has to be used to create the fire. You cannot use any wood for that. It has got a reason behind it. Everything has a reason. The tree which is giving a holy karma, new word, has to be used for the holy purpose, which doesn't involve into an unwanted activity. Who are those? There are certain trees, like a mango. One is mango tree, supposed to be pure. Scientifically, it has been proved, you must be knowing about it, the mango leaves or mango sticks that for brushing your teeth, they use that, because it gives protection to the gums as well as the teeth, that the sap that comes out of that, which has got a particular chemical which I don't remember the name, and that is why this is used as a brush for the teeth. Olden days, there are 2-3 varieties like that. It's not only mango. One is that mango tree. I have seen people, even if the mangoes, those sticks are not available, you can take mango leaves, and crush it and use it for that. Mango leaves are used for decorating in the puja stall. Even in the kalasha, only mango leaves are supposed to be placed. 9 mango leaves or 11 mango leaves or 5 mango leaves, depending upon the puja. This number of mango leaves, 9, either 5 or 9 or 11 or 21. Mango leaves are to be put in between. The coconut has to be kept below that water with a coin, silver coin has to be put inside, not gold again, silver. This has to be kept as a kalash. It has its own, again, there are explanations. I have already explained about kalash also earlier. I don't think anything is left behind. Everything has been explained. So, a tree whose trunk, whose skin, mango tree trunk skin is used for many medicinal purposes, even for rashes and all that. Those the skin is used, mango skin, and its stem is very well used for, very sturdy and things like that. Can be used for making furniture, making doors, making windows, like that. Many mango trees are used. They are soft. They are known as satvika. These trees are satvika. There are also satvika and rajasika and tamasika trees are also there. They are satvika. Why? Because this tree is the one which all the parts can be used of this tree. Leaf, trunk, branch, stick, everything can be used. Even the flowers, mango flowers also can be used. Then from the mango flowers, the mangoes come. Now we know mangoes can be used in any stage of that. Mango can be used. No. And its growth is also faster, and it lives for the benefit of others, and it creates, because of these qualities in the mango tree, it creates a positive energy around that. Like tulsi gives oxygen all the 24 hours, is why we keep it in our houses and angan, so that all the 24 hours we get that. It's a medicinal plant. Plus also its leaves are medicine for lots of stomach disorders, for indigestion, gastric ulcer, and this, that, and all that. And also the juice of the tulsi can be used for any rashes or any other insect bites and all that. This tulsi, this one can be used. If you can have the soup of that, and you get benefit of the bronchial problems can be sorted out with tulsi. Like that, they are what? They are all satvika, because they are all beneficial. These have been identified like that. So a group of trees like this, tulsi is not a tree again, but I just told you an example. Like tulsi, like mango, certain identification of satvika trees have been identified. They have positive energy around them. If you even sit under that tree and relax, you get a lot of relaxation. Under the banyan tree, under the mango tree, and trees like that, certain trees are there, you gain a lot of, you get relaxed within few minutes. Your fatigue, your tiredness all gone. That's why near the fields and all that, you should have such trees where the man who works on the field, he gets tired and he comes back and sits under that tree and he will feel very relaxed. See? That's why they have to sit under the tree. We all have to, in fact, sit under the tree sometime or other in a day, of course. So those trees have been like banyan tree, like mango tree, like those, there are names for that. Like that, about 5 to 9 trees have been identified as sattvika. 5 to 9 trees are identified as distributing positive energy, under which tapasya is done normally, under which penance is done, and it can be kept in the house. Its roots will not go too long to spoil this one, so that and it can be kept in the houses, it can be kept in the garden of your house. A mango tree can be grown there. It will not destroy you, it will only benefit you. Like that, there are so many things. Then shelters, of course, that all trees. But in some of the trees, even birds will not make their nests. Have you seen that? Some trees, they will not make nest. They are asuric trees. They cannot be done. So like this, these identities are there. Only with those splinters you have to use in the Agni, in the Homa Kunda. Depending upon the Homa done, the number of pieces, there are number of layers. It has to be arranged in the number of layers in circle. First layer, the outer layer should be this, the second layer should be this, the third layer should be this, and fourth layer, fifth layer. Then while burning, to keep it burning, what is to be put, that is separate. Like that, there are specifications for this, because depending upon the quality of the wood, the characteristics of the wood, they are sattvika. That's why those particular splinters are used for the purpose of Homa. Nowadays it is sold in market. You see that for this purpose, the Homa, he will give you a bundle of that various this one. And the one who knows, he will take it separately so that he can arrange it in that order. There is an order. In that order only it has to be arranged, and in each circle how many should come, that also is there. So all this have been specified. Why? Because sacred fire. So sacredcy is starting from there. What has to be used for burning, how it has to be burned. There are certain mantras have to be chanted and burn it, not like that, burning like in a winter you sit outside the garden and then light a fire to keep you warm and gossip around that. In Homa Kunda, that is not done. No? Sitting around the Homa Kunda, gossip. That's not done. In Homa Kunda, chanting of mantras are done, because lot of vibrations have to be created there. These are all the reasons why he has qualified the fire with sacred. No? So one has to be concentrating on that, and the mantras. If you know the mantra, you chant. At least otherwise listen and be with that. That's why they say that when you start a particular Homa, the Yajman is not supposed to get up from there. Not that in between, let me have a come back and say, continue, Panditji, continue with the Homa. No. Why that should not be done? You have to be involved in that. Because you are doing the Samarpanam. It's not that for the purpose of Agni it is being done. It is for the purpose of you it is being done. So you have to be constant. One need not to tell this, but nowadays people have to be told. Need not to tell. Actually, it is not to be told. When you are doing a Homa, you have to be there, that's all. That is not necessary to be told. But today they tell that, you cannot get up. So that because people do not know. The man who does it, he knows that people don't know about it, they will take it very easy. So in between they will get up and go. Then the Homa is inauspicious. When it becomes inauspicious in the sense, when a Homa is incomplete in the between, anything for that matter. Why Homa? Anything is left in the middle. It's always inauspicious, and it will create a negative energy instead of creating a positive result out of it. Is why the sacred fire has been mentioned. So what is that? Why did I say all this? Offering of oblations in the sacred fire. These are the meanings of that. That's what is called Homaha. In Homaha, two words are there, Ha and Ma. Ha and Ma. In her, these are all words like in sutras. Om, Hreem, Kleem, like that. The meanings are totally different. It's not that word meanings according to that, like that. Like in our chakras also we said that. Ha is here. The Ha represents, again, Ha represents about the so hum. Hum is that prana, vayu, prana, what is it? So hum is that external and the internal. So hum, so is the real one. Hum, so. Hum is that the internal one. That internal prana which is containing in me, which is purified, that Ha. And Ma is mama. And Ma is also the Ishwaratva, Bhagavad Sakshat, Ma, Om, Omkara here, and Ma is here again, Om. So Ma is also Mamatvam. Mamatvam in the sense self. Self. Self and the prana is a Ho. Ho, Ma, means that self and prana is representatively oblated here. You is why it is known as Homam. Homam. Where it is burnt, it is known as Homa Kunda. Where it is a Kunda. Homam is not that Agni. Homam is that act, that what you are doing is Homam. This self and the prana is called this one. And Agni Kunda, that's so Homa Kunda. In Homa Kunda, you are doing the oblation of Homa, so that you get liberation. For the purpose of liberation, even though you must have heard that Homa has been done, Putra Kameshti Homam has been done. There, what are we oblating? What are we doing? Submission is what you may ask me. Putra Kameshti Homam. Okay. To have a putra, you do a home. I am submitting all my virtues and gunas, that because of which I am not getting a son. So I am oblating all those negativities, all the gunas, whatever is there in the Agni. Please accept these and bless me with the son who will continue with the purpose of life, whatever it is. Like Draupadi and Drupad has come from that. They have done for that because he needed them for the purpose of, for a universal cause, not only for his personal benefit actually. Bhagavan has created them for the purpose of universal cause. Why? Ultimately both of them have been used in the Mahabharata Yuddha for the purpose of maintaining. So a Maharishi or a Tapasvi, he will see that Dasharatha did the Putra Kameshti. Then also same thing has happened. What for? This is the purpose. So you will find these bifurcations, Putra Kameshti Yogam, for Putra Kamana Ishta Yogam is Putra Kameshti Yogam. For the Putra Kamana. Why do you need a Putra? Not for continuing my Vamsham. No, it's not for the purpose. Dasharatha asked for Putra, even though he had an intention of Vamshavardhana, but for Dasharatha, inherent quality of the Dasharatha, who is the Devata quality, he did the Putra Kameshti Yoga for the benefit of the universe. So Ram, Lakshmana, Bharadan, Shatrughna was born. Same way, Putra Kameshti, wherever you find this Putra Kameshti has been done, This is like this. So there is a purpose behind it, and that purpose is ultimately, when it is connected with the universal benefit, then only a Maharshi or a Tapasvi or a Lord pleases and gives that. Otherwise the Maharshi who is supposed to, the number of Rishis are there, 7 people are supposed to do the Om. And when they do that, they themselves will say that no, this should not be done. No. I'll be a curse, things like that. But there are, in the Puranas, there are so many yajnas are done for a bad purpose, for vengeance and things like that is also done. But then ultimately they are punished also because of that, Because when Taksha with Parikshit, his descendants, Jayame Jaya, they did a yajnam to do the avahana of all the sarpas and burn it in the fire. That's the story. I don't know. You must have gone through. Well, those things then ultimately it turns out. Then Vasuki goes to Bhagavan Shiv and then requests and all that is there. So that has been done, but that was again retaliated, again finished it. And there is again a story behind it why snakes have to be done, the avahana and all that. So what I am saying that, so don't get distracted or discouraged or confused by looking at those yajnas, why homam is not, it's done like that. A homam, the particular homam is this, I am just giving you clarification so that tomorrow if you come across some of this, you should not get a doubt on that. The homam is, normally a homam is done for the purpose, a normal homa for a sannyasi or a maharshi. When a tapasvi in a rishi's hermitage, every day he does homam. What is he doing homam for? Not for Putrakameshti, not for Dhanakameshti, not for Sharirakameshti, not for Rajyakameshti, not for any other Kameshti. He is doing it. It is meant for Samarpanam. He wants to attain the supreme. That's why he does the homam every day. So homam is particularly has been created for that purpose, and with those chantings, and one does that, one sincerely does, one will be in a position to get relieved from the karma bhalas, and he will be in a position to do tapasya in the right manner. Is why homam is done. After homam, like in tapasya and homam in both cases, the renunciation takes place, absolute renunciation takes place. Then comes Shraddha, Shaucham Jabastapo Homa Shraddha. Shraddha, Bhagavan says. Shraddha is again here has been classified as, here Maharshi Muni has explained, faith in oneself, or not oneself, please correct it, faith in one's self, O-N-E apostrophe S. It's not oneself. We all say oneself, oneself, oneself. In oneself, oneself. In your own, what is that? Faith in oneself. You have to have the faith in your own Atma. That's all. But what we have normally in this Yuga, you have faith in Sharira, so all the karmas that you do is for the Sharira. And the benefit you derive also for the Sharira. You derive, no doubt about it. Depending upon that, whatever benefit or atrocities or the right or wrong, good and bad, is received only by the Sharira. If your Shraddha, faith, is in the Mana, then the Mana gets the benefit of it, mind gets the benefit of it. Mana means mind. Mind gets the benefit of it. If it is the Shraddha is on the Indriyas, the pleasures of the Indriyas, you get the pleasures of the Indriyas. When your Shraddha is on that, you get it. When Shraddha is on the intellectual center, that is the Antakarana, you get the benefit of the Jnanam there. Intellect is what again? Jnanam, attaining the Jnanam. That's all. That's not enough. When the Shraddha is in the Atma Jnanam, then you get the Atma Jnanam. Then you get the Brahma Jnanam. Is the true Shraddha. That's why it is known as Shraddha. Shreya. Shri means Shre. Shreya vidhate Shraddha. That which gives Shreyas. By an act which gives you Shreyas is called Shraddha. What is Shreyas? Shreyas is only to attain the Brahman is Shreyas. The other attachment that you get in the life is called Prayas. These are the two things. Okay. So Shraddha, faith. Because you have got faith in the one's own self, one's Atma, all the karmas that you do will be for the benefit of that. It's very clear, we understand that. Is why they say you have to have the faith on that. How to have faith on the Atma? We have to be, you cannot see it. You can see Sharira, so you have got Shraddha on Sharira. You cannot see Mana, but you can feel the mind, so you have got Shraddha on the mind. You can feel the result of the Indriyas, Indriya Grahanam. So you do Shraddha for the Indriyas. Intellect, you understand things, you know things, you want to know things, you want to analyze things, you want to know the facts. Okay, so intellectual. So you get Shraddha on that. So Shraddha in studies. One has interest in medicine, so he becomes a man qualified in medicines. He has got Shraddha in that. He doesn't have Shraddha in any other thing. He has Shraddha in this one. So this also is Shraddha. We have got Shraddha here, even though that's a quality. See, there is an inherent quality Shraddha in every one of us. Only thing we are utilizing for, compartmentalized pleasures of the Sharira, Mana, or the Antakarana, or the Indriyas. That's all the benefit. Somebody for the purpose, why are you studying? For the purpose, just for the academic knowledge. Why are you, maybe great old man, already like me, 72, 73, reading Mein Kampf, Hitler's. Somebody comes and asks me, Arey, at the age of 73 you are doing this Mein Kampf. When Hitler has gone away and everything, Hitler's activity has gone away, everything is finished, nothing is left. Why are you reading this book now instead of any use to it? Just for academic knowledge. 73 years old man, academic knowledge about the Hitler. Shraddha is on that. That's all. Now what he benefits is not the question. What happened? He wanted to know. That's all. No, that is his attention. I am not saying good or bad. What I am saying is that in whichever your Shraddha, whenever your attention goes towards whichever purpose that you want to do, whichever karma that you want to do, based on that, you would acquire the knowledge. And acquiring knowledge is not for the purpose of just knowing it. See, it's not just knowing it. You should do that, you should act on that. Politicians know that how many people have died Somebody, his secretary has told that, मंत्री महोदय, यहाँ के फ्लड में इतने लोग मर गए. So he just tells, so many people died. For the purpose of knowing he has got Shraddha, to know that so many people have died, then the official formalities then tell him that whatever compensation according to norms and depending upon our fund, which has come from the black marketeers, you can distribute to those people 2 lakhs each. Not for any purpose. Politicians preach a lot of things. Or many people who are preachers for the purpose of their own deriving the benefit, though at that time they will collect the data and then read out everything for the purpose of votes, for being elected and things like that. It's not unknown to all of us. It's not uncommon and unknown to all of us. There are exceptionals. But there are exceptions for that. There used to be exceptions. The man, I can tell one example. There are so many people like Rajendra Prasad, people who are very, very honest and very good people who are there. One is Rajendra Prasad, Kamaraj was there, Rajendra Prasad was there. Same way, there was one man. They were not. They were freedom fighters, they were not politicians. But I will tell you a politician who is involved. That's why I said about it. There was a man you may not be very acquainted with because I know it, I happen to know about it. There was a man called Anna Durai. He is a political guru of M.G. Ramachandran in Chennai. He is a disciple of Periyar. He is a saint. This Anna Durai was a disciple of Periyar, a saint, who has revealed so many of knowledgeable theories by himself. As I said, he is not for any personal benefit. He will not accept anything. He will not go anywhere. He will have a lot of things. He was also involved and advised Gandhiji for the this Kshetra provision of the Harijans. He is strongly advised by Periyar. Many people. Annadurai was one of his disciples, and Annadurai is, at those days, he was a postgraduate from Chennai University. Those days I'm talking about. You can imagine MGRs and all those. This Karunanidhi and MGRs, both the guru of both of them. He was first class. Passed always in class, even in the university. Studied in the United States. Did research work in United States those days, and UK as well as both the countries for about more than 5 to 10 years. Scholar of many subjects. And you should listen to his talk. I was telling somebody the other day, another day's talk, you should listen. Any opportunity, of course it will be in Tamil. Of course he can speak many languages also. He does speak. And you speak and you listen to him. It is a poetry to the ears, people who do not understand the subject. And it is absolute depth of Upanishad and Jnanam for the people who are thinkers. That's the kind of person he was. So there were people like that who wanted a reformation, sincerely, honestly wanted a reformation. That's how MGR used to be very famous in Tamil Nadu, because he did a lot of things for the people. From those days, even though there were no support from anything else. Anyway, I'm not going into politics. I just wanted to tell about the quality of a person's Shraddha. So his Shraddha was that, and that Shraddha, since he learned from the Guru, he said, I have to do the service for the people. So he chose the path of, he thought that if he can choose the path of politics and then spread this message, and he can do better, can create disciples. So he created one or two disciples. One disciple was very good. He did his job very well, I would say. So, faith, Shraddha is that. Shraddha is that first of all you should have faith that there is an Atma. We are born here for the purpose of executing karma. We have to execute and exhaust the karmas, not accrue the karma phalas, to be born again and suffer again. It's not necessary. These basic understandings have to be minimum there. And then he has to at least find out the possibility where he can find the liberation from this entanglement of Maya, from this shackle of Maya, from this golden chain of Maya. How you can get it? This has to be identified. This is Shraddha. When it is there, then we say, in common language we said we have to have Shraddha. Why don't you have Shraddha in your studies? Absolutely. Be one with that is Shraddha. Be one with the Jnanam is Shraddha. Be one with the Guru is Shraddha. Be one with the Lord is Shraddha. This aptitude and attitude have to be there. Then only you will be in a position to execute. Otherwise what happens? You will be a disciple. As in which Upanishad it was, we have explained about the Uttama Shishya, Madhyama Shishya, Adhama Shishya. Adhama is also known as Shishya only. He has to be instructed for each and everything. Keep the glass there. That also he will take the glass and keep it like that. Pour the water in the glass, he will pour it on that. Keeping the glass like this, he will pour it on that. Adhama Shishya. You told me to keep the glass. You told me to pour the water, I did it. You didn't tell me you keep the glass like this and then pour the water, did you tell? Is his argument. It's Adhama Shishya. Madhyama you can understand, Uttama you can understand. No, I have already explained this. So one has to understand. Shraddha. Why it happened? Why these divisions have been created? Even Maharishis have told this Uttama Shishya, Madhyama Shishya, Adhama Shishya. Why this has been told? There are three kinds. Why? It's because their Shraddha is based on that. If the Shraddha is not there, in order to attain that, so one Adhama Shishya thinks that, okay, whatever he says, you just do it. So, I can do that. So he doesn't think, he doesn't know why he is doing it. What is the purpose that he has told you to do it? No. I tell a lot of stories about this. That one guru sent one rat in the box, packed very well with the Shishya, to give it to another noble man. And all those stories you remember. I think, all of you must have heard it a number of times. I tell it mostly every class, because every class there are new audience, but the assistants are the same assistants. They are, even in sleep you tell the story of rat. They will tell, because every day they are listening that. So, like that it is. So, Uttama Shishya, Adhama Shishya, Madhyama Shishya, the classifications have come based on the Shraddha. Shraddha comes, faith comes only. We have talked about faith, how the faith has to be developed. Again, the Samarpana only will bring you the true faith, the understanding. And understand, these are all the Maya. And whatever everything happens, it is not that, we can modify certain changes can be brought. We cannot totally change it. It is not possible by any human being for that matter. Even God says, I can't do it. Asura prays for that. No. Amaratva, Brahma says, sorry, I can't do that. Even Mahavishnu says, no, I can't do it. Bhagavan Shiva says, no, I can't do it. Alternate something we can do. That which cannot be done, it cannot be done. That karma, certain karmas, karma phalas that you have to undergo, but we can modify it. We can advance certain problems, we can change it so that the impact and the damages caused by that can be reduced. Is why we have to have all these things. That's why we do all this. And that's definitely benefited, because the sins that has been committed will not be accrued in our karma phalas for the next janma. It can be finished. That's why they say that can wash off the sins, they call it. Bhagavad Sakshatkara. Shraddha is that each and everything diligently, in normal languages we say that we do it in a perfect way and with a lot of concentration, with a lot of, what does it mean? Do it in a perfect way, do it with a lot of concentration. That means be involved into that what you are doing. Okay? When you do get involved into what you are doing, you get the benefit exactly as what you have done. So, you get involved in that identification of the Atma and the Brahman, you get the benefit of the Atma and Brahman. Shraddha. Clear? That is Shraddha. That's where the name Shraddha has come. That also I have explained from Shraddha. It is Shraddha only about the Shraddha. 30 years the Shraddha can be done. After 30 years, it should not be done this, according to Shastras. Not necessary. Well, somebody does it, that's a different thing. Shraddham is also Shraddha towards the ancestors. Why the Shraddha? Shraddha is that to remember them, not that he was a grandfather or father. His virtues, gunas that he has done. What are the... In every human being there are good qualities. Take the worst person also, there will be some good qualities there, you see. It's not that a man is always complete 100% bad or 100% good. No one is there like that. There is a mixture of it. Only the percentage differs, that's all. So when we do Shraddha of the guna, the great qualities of that person. When we do Shraddha, suppose the Pujari says, okay, make this thing, samarpayami, then annam samarpayami, pujam samarpayami, jalam samarpayami, swigaryado, calling the crow and giving at that point of time. And oh, this grandfather was very strict. Aaj bhi humko yahan dard ho raha hai. Uska maar bahut padta tha. Will we think about that during the Shraddha? No. Nobody thinks, no? Even though he used to do it, he has, we consider, just for sake of explaining, I consider it is not a good call, but I will always remember when he was so loving, he was so caring, he was a nice man. His good face and his love, his affection, his pious, all those things will only come to our mind. Even though he had bad qualities, we will not remember that. So Shraddha is done to have Shraddha on those things of my ancestors. So my grandfather was having that quality, I must also have it. Not only giving the gola to him, but the quality has to be acquired from him is the purpose why Shraddha every year it is renewed. So that suppose you forget. Namavasya day, that is done because it is dark at that time, you can't see. And the Pandit can explain, because it is dark, you can't see the grandfather. That's why it is done in Namavasya day. So don't worry looking and not getting him, because he is there in the darkness, don't worry, you just do this. So Shraddha is absolutely necessary. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. Upanishadic Vedanta, Upanishadic Sutra has been explained. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. So, Shaucham Javastavo Homa, Shraddha Atithyam. Atithyam we all know. Hospitality. Hospitable. Hospitality. Atithi. Devo Bhava is that. Atithi. is not only the person who is visiting in your house. Adithyam is not only the person who comes as a guest to your house, even though we generally brought the meaning down to that small thing of Atithi is a person who is coming to your house, that's all. Every act that is happening in the universe has to be accepted in its own credibility. Is called hospitality. You have to be hospitable. You have to be hospitable, and you should have hospitality. Both are there in this word. You should be always there. You should be hospitable in the sense what? You have to be humble and nice and good so that the others can accept you as a atithi. So atitheyam. So they will love to have the atitheyatvam for an atithi. No? A great, renowned Maharshi suddenly comes and knocks the door. To me only Maharshi is the example. I don't have any other example to tell. A tapasvi or a jnani, brahmajnani, great tapasvi, great brahmajnani, great rishi comes and knocks on your door. And when you find him, how you will feel? Atitheyam, the importance of atitheyatva. That atitheyatva will be absolute humbleness at the feet of the atithi. At the feet of that tapasvi, at the feet of that jnani. That's why hospitable, I said. When you become hospitable, those which are hospitable will come to you, so that the hospitality can be expressed by that means atitheyatvam can be expressed by the atitheya to the atithi in the right manner. You be hospitable. Your aptitude and attitude should be such that to acquire the jnanam. Your atithi is jnanam every day. Every day morning when I am going into different explanations of this one. Atithi, we all, because the other straight meaning we all know. Atithi is a guest. Receive a guest well. You should behave properly, and but there is also a specification there, in an individual. That also Puranas have told. An atithi who is staying more than 3 days in a house is no more an atithi. Also has been told. Atitheyatvam is only up to that. After that you can say, please get out. Yeah, anyway, I don't mean that. But atithi means what? It is only for temporary, for some time. Is that what? That also has been specified. But even though in Mahabharata, in the Ajnana, what is it? Ajnatavasam. In the Ajnatavasa, Pandavas stayed there for 1 year. No, not 1 year. They also stayed only for a few months, and after that they came to that Raja where they, Bhima has worked as a cook and all that. Okay, maybe, but still not 3 days, more than that. But they were good people. See, looking at Bhima's akara, probably they did not tell them to get out. But Aditheyatvam is for that only. That is what one of the examples Kunti gives to the house owner, that Atithi is only for 3 days, but after that we are a part of this family, because now we are not paying rent and we are not taking it on rent and things like that. You have accepted me as to gave us permission to stay. Having given to permission, we are no more atithis, because atithis are eligible to stay only for 3 days. Having stayed for more than 3 days, we are no more atithi, we are one of your family. Being one of the family, when your son is supposed to go to the Asura, what is it? What the other day only I was telling. To the Asura, I will go on that because I am a family member now. I am no more Aditi. But I am telling hospitality. So hospitality is that not only the person who is coming into that, anything that is good for analyzed and acceptable in a right sense, should be gracefully accepted and received and behaved accordingly, is called hospitality. Hospitality doesn't remain only by receiving some individuals and giving them food and comfort. Doesn't restrict to that alone. Hospitality is also, I am talking, you are listening with respect to that, is also hospitality. Somebody is talking and somebody is listening. Somebody walks up in the middle of that, suppose important session, in the middle of puja, middle of pravachan and things like that. It's not hospitality. It's an insult, we say. Why? Because you are not attending it. If you are not wanting to attend it, why did you come? So you have to be hospitable to that. You have to have shraddha on that. You have to know what you have to do, where you have to do, and what is to be done. These analytical conditions have to be there in you. When you are humble and we have got the knowledge and the truth and the courage to face the truth and the realities in the life, the options are no more there. Let anything happen, doesn't matter. Whatever is necessary to be accepted will be accepted. What is not for me will not happen, it will not happen, that's all. We have to accept it. I cannot force things in the universe that this should happen. No. No sun should rise at 8 in the evening, for some time at least, for my sake. Okay, it's not possible. Something like that, you see. That's not possible. So we have to flow with that. This understanding and this acceptability, ultimately what is that? Acceptability in totality. Acceptability in totality of the universe, of the Prakriti and the Prakriti Niyama is hospitality. The Prakriti Niyama, morning 4 o'clock the birds are chirping. Every day they do that. You are having a good dream, my God. These birds have no other way. All have assembled here and doing lot of nonsense, and I cannot sleep also. There was a good dream I was seeing. I could not see that also, because the birds woke me up. Instead, at that time, it is 4 o'clock already. I'm still lying down and dreaming. Better get up. Birds are already. That's why olden days those that cocks used to be there. They used to croak, like alarm. That was the alarm clock. God alone knows how He knows the time. Or did they know the time, or the sensitivity is so high? They do that, they wake you up. That is one of the reasons people used to grow murgi in the house, to wake them up. Clocks were not invented. Hospitality to murgi also. That means hospitality. Acceptance of that. That means you have grown that. Now you have sound you are hearing. Anything that is valuable for you to grow and polish and also make your characteristics better. Accepting all those is called hospitality. When I go and pray in the morning, I am feeling better and nice and I am growing. I feel a sense of security. No problem. Not harming, not harming you. Not that morning itself you go get up and then go and fight with a man standing on the road. You are like this, you are like that. That's not hospitality, because that disturbs you. You get an agitated mind. A result by receiving anyone or anything for the purpose of upliftment of the self, in order to attain the Brahma Sakshatkaram, gives the non-agitated status of mind, is the status of hospitality. Right? You have to have the hospitality at all times, not only sometimes when the doorbell rings. You are a host of what? You are a host of good ideas, good things like Upanishads, Vedas, Jnanam, any other Jnanam, any other good things that makes you better, that releases you from your karma phalas. No, that makes you is the status of hospitality. That means not. That's why Atithi they said. It's a great meaning. It's not individual actually. Atithi. What's the literal meaning of Atithi? The one who doesn't have a tithi is Atithi. Tithi means a particular time, day, jo bhi hai, tithi bolte hai. Suppose I fix up an appointment with you, see, so and so, I'll come at 10 o'clock. Can I come at 10 o'clock? He says, okay, you come at 10. So by the time it is 10 o'clock, you prepare yourself to receive. That is not hospitality. That's not hospitality, because you already know he's coming. Tithi, the one who doesn't have a tithi suddenly appears. Not the individual now. We call it as individuals. I am not saying it is an individual. Atithi that comes without an information, and your capability and your quality and your characteristic to receive that Atithi with great pleasure and reverence and humbleness is called the hospitality. You are getting a jnanam from the Upanishad without any reluctance, accepting it with grace because it is meant for the benefit of me. No? With grace and with gratefulness, with all the reverence, with all the humbleness, with all the samarpana bhava, you are receiving it is hospitality. Any knowledge that which doesn't create an agitation to you as well as others, anything that you receive is hospitality, is atitheyatum. You are eligible to be a host. Now, who is a host? To house something or somebody is a host, is it not? Am I right? To house someone or somebody is a host. To house someone or somebody, you should be absolutely virat, you should be absolutely humble and nice, and then you should have that samarpana bhava in you and greatness in you to accept it in any way. Not only that, including it's lot of things. That's why they kept that word atithi. Sukham comes without expectation. Dukkham comes without expectation. Kashta comes without expectation. Night comes without you expect it or not. It comes. The day breaks without whether you expect it or not, it breaks. Rain comes. No? The climatical conditions changes whether you accept it or not. Things in the world, universe changes. Kala changes. Yuga changes. If you are an atitheya, you will accept all these things. You are a true atitheya. You accept all these things, dukkha, kashta, struggle, and happiness, good, bad, everything. With all the samatva bhavana is hospitality. Not simply saying that, oh, I am your host. Whatever I give you, eat and go. Can you tell that? Are you eligible to tell that? Are you capable to tell that to your dukkha, your kashta, your sukha, your climatical conditions, your ira, or your kala, your karma? They're all coming to you, no? You have to do the job of atitheya for all of them. Am I right? Or no? You have to. They are not giving you anything. Remuneration. They are helping you to exhaust your karmas. Even in the normal condition, let us call in our language, in Bhautika language, people who understand Atithi is a guest who is coming to the house. So it's good. हम लोग आजकल उसको सरप्राइज विजिट बोलते हैं, है ना? लेकिन अरे ये आ गया, so happy, is it not? See, what is the condition? In that Atithi, where Tithi was not there, you are happy. That happiness you should have with every Atithi. Not only with a particular individual, for every incident and instance and happenings in the life, you should be an Atitheya, and that should be an Atithi. Then you see, your life is always, ha, kashta aa gaya, are wah, beautiful. Dukkha, receive. Dukkha, great. Because I'm emotional, I have got little dukkha, doesn't matter. Why? Because of such things happened. Okay, little dukkha is alright, no problem. But be an Atithi there. No? Don't show your that cruel face to that Atithi. It will become more cruel. Kashta and dukkha comes, handle them with great care and with great reverence. Give them the best seat available, best food available, best bed available. Please be happy. Okay, no problem. I will not bother you. If you are arrogant with that, with the kashta and dukkha, you be arrogant. You can imagine, no, I'll teach you a lesson. I intended here only for few hours or one day to be here, but looking at your condition, I think I have to be here at least for 3 years so that you become better. Once you become better, okay, my purpose is over, I am going. Kashta, dukkha will go. The moment you realize, what's the meaning of it? The moment you realize, it goes off. There is no more kashta. Ishvara Sannidhyam, Samarpana Bhavam. Moment it comes, submit it yourself with that, it will go away from that. Acceptance is a great quality. That's called hospitality. Aditheyatvam. Hospitable. You should be key. Always at all points of time. Because in Atithi, without information, suddenly it comes. So you should be ready always to be the host. Nowadays they are not ready. No? The bathroom is ready, that's all. New towel will be there, one brush will be there. So that you do, even if you forget the brush, don't bother me. Morning it will be there only. You take it and use it and throw it. Atitheyatvam has come down to that level. New towel and brush, toothpaste. That economy toothpaste, you can use it for only 2 days. And that packed, that temporary blades will use and throw over a blade and all that you'll keep. Adi there, you already intended that you are supposed to say only for you looking at the blade, you should understand. 2 days shave ka hai. Shiva, what all I am talking, eh? Please pardon me for that. I don't mean, it's just joke. It came to my mind. So hospitality, what I am trying to tell is that hospitality has come down to that level today, hospitable. So how the Atithi will think, how hospitable is my Atitheya? Shiva. Hospitality is at all times we should be ready to receive Bhagavan's Karuna, Atitheya. Why only all those things? I have to tell the other thing also. If you are non-agitative and you are always receptive, at any point of time, at all the time, at what time you will get Bhagavan's Karuna, you don't know. It can come anytime. His appearance anytime. That's Saubhagya at any point of time. So you should be always ready to receive his Karuna, his blessings, his presence. Always ready. So non-agitative mind has to be constantly be there. You have to be aditeya to that. At any point of time it can come. At that time we won't have time. You should be, when you are ready, you are a good aditeya at that time, and it will invade you, it will bless you. That also is there, not only the other side of it, this also you have to think. That which, when, हम लोग बोलते भी है ना, अरे कब भगवान का कृपा होगा किसको पता है. हम लोग का नॉर्मल लैंग्वेज ओल्ड लेडीज घर में माँ बाबा सब लोग बोलते हैं. Everybody says that. When will it come? Nobody knows. So इसलिए अपने लेवल में रहो, अपनी शांति से ना, keep your balance. You don't know when you will get that blessing. Don't be, flying high. So to receive that, you have to be a good atithaya, hospitable, hospitality. You understood the meaning of hospitality now? It is not only receiving your brother or your cousin or your son, your daughter. It's a happiness, no doubt. It's the same thing, you translate it into a different way. That happiness. I told you surprise visit when a child comes, how happy you are. Is it not? Atithi is not informed, fixed up an appointment. But how happy you are, very pleasant. That should be the status of Atitheya for every Atithi. Everything that comes to you, including the Kashta Dukkha and also Bhagwan's blessing at any point of time. It can come any moment, and it will be there only for a short while. Atithi is only for a short while, Atithi, not for many times. At that time, if you are not ready, you are busy with your kashta and dukkha, you are busy with your arrogance and other things, the blessing that has come to you can go off. Be an Atithi, that's called hospitality. Even though I explained these things physically, it's not like that. You understood the meaning of it. Only the purpose of explanation, I tell certain things. So, now we understand what is the true hospitality. When should we become the host? We are always the host. We should be always the host. The Prakriti, in order to attain the Prakriti Niyama, follow the Prakriti Niyama, we cannot deny anything from the Prakriti Niyama. So we cannot, when we are in that status, you can imagine at any point of time this jnanam and the other things will go inside very easily, and you become the true Shraddhavan. And the Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. I think it's very pleasant to be in this status. We stop here and continue. Let this pleasure be there with you for some time.